to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you this evening out to the shed of many names. This is the second time I've tried to make this video due to the rains coming through and hitting the top of the roof. It would have deafened y'all. So if you hear a few taps here and there, it's the rain falling off the trees above. This is one video I always look forward to because it means the owls have been blessing me so greatly. Y'all are absolutely true blessings to me, and we cannot thank y'all enough. Now, first off, I want to say thank you to all those who have donated so graciously. Now, they're in no random order at all. I just want to thank you each. I want to thank Lonnie. I want to thank Red. I want to thank Nancy Seawick. She, dear sister of mine. Thank you so much. Healthy G-Mom. I cannot thank you enough. And as usual, I'm going to say like you say, I mega love you, darling. My dear sister. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. Oh, David Gray, thank you. Because I don't want to leave anybody out. I really don't. Somebody else. I knew I shouldn't have listed names. I apologize. Everyone else who's donated, I know your names. But right now, I'm just tired and my brain's not wanting to work. You know who you are. I know what you've donated, and I cannot thank you enough. It really means the world to me. It really does, and it's helped us out quite a bit. Thank you, each and one of y'all. It means the world to us. Now, I have received some really nice gifts, and I received a letter. I want to thank Cindy Squirrel, one of the owls. She sent me this beautiful card. Look at that beautiful card. And it has a beautiful sticker in it. Oops, sorry. This is a drawing that her granddaughter made of her grandmother's farm. Is that not beautiful? And it comes all the way from Canada. I'm not going to say exactly where, so privacy can be kept. She goes, thought I'd send you my channel sticker that my granddaughter drew for me. It will have traveled 1,367 miles and hopefully will find you happy and safe. Yes, it did, and it brought great joy to me. Thank you so much. I'm going to put this up so nothing happens to it. Thank you, Cindy Squirrel. I appreciate it, and I know it's been a little while since I've said anything. Thank you. Now, the next two gifts are just great. Another owl, Beverly, sent these to me. Now, she informed me that she didn't think it was much. And see, every little thing, it don't matter. It means the world to me, and I am beyond thankful for gifts, your prayers, your hugs, your love, your kind words, wonderful comments, donations. It don't matter. It means the world to us, and we cannot thank y'all enough for the help, the inspiration, encouragement, and the uplifting. My channel, YouTube family, all of you owls, just know y'all are amazing, and I love y'all to the end of the world and back. Oh no, let's go outer space and back. Or should we say to infinity and beyond. This first one is beautiful, and I'm looking forward to hanging it up. I'm going to hang it up under the canopy so it stays safe. She sent me wind chimes. And yes, I am addicted to wind chimes. I love wind chimes and collect them. And a lot of my wind chimes are old and they're falling apart. So it's nice. It's going to be really nice to have new ones singing. I'm trying to be real careful with it. This is a beautiful one. Okay. Let's see if I can undo this without messing it all up. Might be easier to hang it. Alright, get back over here. It's a heart. Alright, hold on. There we go. There we go. Is that not beautiful? Look at that. And it's going to sound so wonderful. Yes, I am a wind chime addict, and I do collect them. And that's beautiful. Oops, come back here. I gotta be careful because I don't want nothing happening to them. Now this next one, I got great joy. I laughed so hard, I couldn't believe that she actually found one like this. And I don't know why you think it's not much. It is. It's a lot. I've got to be careful how I open it. This one's definitely going under the canopy, so none of those people around me can get to it. And it'll be safe. Okay. I'm going to win this battle. They wrapped it very well. And you might, I'm sorry, I didn't look in the envelopes, Beverly, to see if there was a card or anything, so I apologize for that one, because I was just so giddy, I wanted to get them out. Let's see, I want to be real careful with it. Now it does have a big hook hanger, it's right here in the package. Can y'all see that? Oh yes, it's an owl. And it has multiple owls all around it. Is that not just wonderful? All the little owls. I absolutely love this. It's great. Absolutely great. Absolutely wonderful. Try to be gentle with them. And yes, I have an owl wind chime, and it's going to hang up above me where I sit underneath the canopy, so I can always hear my owls sing to me. I couldn't believe that you found an owl wind chime. So, hoot hoot. Now, the next package, I have a sneaky suspicion who sent it, but it's sent unknown. And I am always thankful. It doesn't matter what the gift is, or I am always thankful. And it's a two-part gift. 2 gifts in the box. This one, and let's see. I gotta save those. Because I could always use those. I don't know which tag goes with which, but the first one says, a gift for you. You are loved and appreciated for all that you do, and especially for who you are, from a friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. It means the world to me. And the next one, of course, a gift for you for building back up your garden area with good memories for discouraging ones from a friend. I am so happy to have these because I've been needing these. Let me move the camera down. I've been needing these because I have two big plastic cubes. I know y'all have seen those big white cubes, and I haven't had solar lights to put in them to make them shine at night. Well, now I have a big set of solar fairy lights. And I'm going to put them inside one of the cubes so the cubes can light up the cube can light up at night. And I'm going to have to I need a couple more strands so that way I can get the other cube lit up and I can string them on the butterfly pea trellis. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so happy to get these. So happy. Now here comes the struggle trying to get it back in the box correctly. Because when I opened them up, I'm telling you the struggle was real to get the box back closed correctly. And I don't want to mess them up at all. And these will be going out tomorrow. I'm going to be putting them up and I'm going to be hanging the wind chimes. And this one, I cried when I opened this one. I'm going to try my best to refrain from crying. This is one I've had on my shopping wish list for a long time. And it's another wind chime. It's another beautiful, beautiful solar wind chime. As you can tell, I've already partially opened it because I got way too giddy when I saw it. Trying to be careful and only cut the tape, hopefully. And this is the solar panel, which will light this crackle glass globe up. And it'll hang up, and I'm going to put this somewhere high so nobody around me can get to it, because this one is really, really special. I love all my wind chimes, but I am looking forward to seeing this glow. And of course, when it starts working, this one and the owls and the other wind chimes will be going out tomorrow so I can listen to them sing. But look, is that not just absolutely beautiful? And that's the top piece, and this glows. This is the solar panel. I cannot thank everybody enough for my beautiful gifts. I absolutely love them. And for you each to take time out to send me beautiful gifts like these, I can't thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough. It means the world to me. And even the beautiful, where did I put it? I put it over here. The beautiful sticker. To get a sticker that of a picture that your granddaughter drew for you. God, Cindy Squirrel, that means a lot to me too, that you thought enough of me to mail me a letter and a beautiful card all the way from Canada. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to put these away so they're safe, and I'll be right back here in a little bit. Okay, I've got that squared away. Now it's time to have a little talk about another subject, and it's about prepping. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm always honest and straight to the point and blunt about it. There's two kinds of preppers. There's us old school preppers, and I'm going to flat out call them modern day preppers. Old school preppers, you're never going to see our pantry. You might know a few things that's in it. We're never going to show you when we go grocery shopping what our haul is. Now, I have showed some things that I bought at the grocery store, but it didn't include everything that was bought that day. We don't giddily show you videos of waltzing through our pantries and everything we have stocked up. No. Nobody sees what we have in our pantry. Nobody should see what's in your pantry. It makes you a mark. And if you don't know what a mark is, let's just say it puts a big fat bullseye on you. There's no such thing as pantry tours with us old style preppers. No. You came near my mother or grandmother's pantries, there might have been some buckshot ready for you. No, you didn't mess with their pantries, and you didn't go nosing. I even asked permission if I wanted to get something. That's only because I knew what was in there, because I helped them put it in there. You don't brag about what you have. And yep, I might have a Berkey behind me. I'm also very poor. Do you know how that Berkey come to be? Do you know how my pressure canner came to be? It's called stimulus money. Too many people was buying crap when they came out. I knew I was poor. There's no way I could afford that on a given day. You know what? Money come out of the blue. Got it. I bought things with my stimulus check that there's no way we could afford if we wanted to. So you better believe I put every penny of that into very good use for prepping. Now, too many people's buying TVs. Too many people is just sliding those credit cards like crazy. I'm telling you, don't put yourself in debt, because that's what they want. You end up in debt, you're owed. You are owned and you owe. Yeah. Try to get out of bank accounts if you can. Or just keep the minimum in your bank account. Put that money somewhere where it's hid very well. Not that there's a chance money's going to be worth anything, because you got to remember, guess what? It's printed on paper. And America is in ungodly debt. Debt that great-grandchildren probably won't even be able to pay off. And it's increasing daily at a rapid pace. Because, well, the one in the retirement house is just slinging money left and right to other countries, but not caring about the American people. People, you better wise up. Realize this don't mean nothing. This is only skin. What's on the inside is what matters. And we're going to have to unite before long. Don't give a crap about this. We're going to have to not give a crap about what religion you are. We're going to have to unite as one force, or we're going to see this country gone. It's just waiting. The beast is at the borders of all around us. West Coast, and let's not forget East Coast, because when the old gal in England's gone, you're going to see another whole ugly face that y'all are not prepared for, because most of y'all have no clue just how evil that Prince Charles really is. And he's just foaming at the bit to take over. Because you got to remember, he's one of the main elites. And you're going to see a side that you've never seen before. Now, I'm telling everyone, quit showing what you have. Because guess what? You got a P.O. box for your YouTube channel. All somebody has to do is figure out when you go check your mail and be laying in wait. Because you'll have to go finally check that P.O. box. And it makes you a mark, because all they have to do is follow you home. And they got you. It's simple. It's easy. Anybody can figure that out. Because I'm telling you, keep making yourself a mark and you're going to be the first ones cleaned out. Also, quit putting your faith in the freezers to store your food. Pressure can it up. Just remarkably, deep freezers are breaking down left and right. I'm hearing a lot of people have been losing their food. Shouldn't be. You should check them freezers in the morning and in the evening. And if it goes out, you better get the canning as fast as you can. That's why I said can your meat up. Quit putting all your faith into electrical items, because there's hackers everywhere and the grid's going to go down. Like it or not, believe it or not, y'all need to toughen y'all's tails up and quit getting so used to electricity. Learn how to rough it. Learn how to do like our ancestors done. They used candles at night, if they had them, or the fireplace at night. They had light of one way or another. And you're going to have to learn before long. It's going back to that. And it's coming like a freight train in the night. So are the thieves. Watch your gas tanks. I've heard many stories now of people having their gas tanks drilled and thieves draining the gas out of them. So, be careful, y'all. Be very careful. Make it hard for them to get to your gas tank. Even if you have to pull your car, all the car, truck, whatever, back it up into your carport, garage, whatever. That way they can't get to the gas tank. Put a lock and gas cap on your vehicle. Because if it does start getting to $10 a gallon like they're saying, get ready. Because those thieves and miscreants are going to want your gas. And they know you're working. And they know you're going to have to keep your tank full to make it back and forth to work. Keep your eyes open. But, you see this back here, this Berkey? Guess what? That don't make me a prepper. That don't mean nothing. It's just something really good to have if you have the funds for it. And you really do need to save up for one or some filtration system so you can filtrate water. But that has nothing to do with being a prepper whatsoever. It's being able to survive anything that comes your way. and it's food. Better stock up on that food, folks, because here soon, if America doesn't have a bumper crop this year, we're in a world of hurt. And you better start gardening and raising food the best you can and stocking it back like no tomorrow. Because there's plenty of people who aren't. And they're just waiting, just laying in wait to make sure that they can help themselves and everybody else's. So make sure you have a different kind of security and be prepared to use that security. Okay, now, like I said, old school prepper here. Food. Think like our ancestors. Beans, potatoes, rice, flour, sugar, and so on. Make sure you got the bare necessities. Not crap food, not chips and all that crap. Know how to cook over a fire. Because you're going to need to learn how. You're going to need to learn how. And put together dry mixed dinners. That way all you got to do is boil water and add it. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole lot easier to boil water than it is to cook a big meal on a fire. Later on, once I can get situated and everything, I do plan on starting to show how to do cast iron cooking. It's not hard, but you're going to need it. You're going to need at least one Dutch oven and one good cast iron skillet and what we call a flat iron or a griddle. And you'll be able to cook just about anything on those 3 to 4 cast iron pans, and you're going to need to know how to season them. Simple. Anybody can do this. Alright, now, for those, you got to know, don't ever judge anybody or criticize anybody. If I get water out of the tap, there's a pretty good chance there's a water filter on it. Old school preppers don't show everything that they have or what they use. We show some, the bare necessities. But don't think we just do without, because we're not going to do without. And quit putting all your faith in electrical gadgets, people. You better wise up. Because once that grid goes down, it's going to be a world of hurt. And you think the higher-ups in the government are going to care? No. They're not going to give one care. Have they cared yet? How wildly are they driving this country into a black hole? I mean, they don't even care that American children are going hungry. But it's okay for food to be at the border for other children. Think long and hard about that. What does that show you about our government? American babies are going hungry. But illegals aren't. Think long and hard on that one. Hold on just a minute. Alright, I'm going to say one more thing before I get into the true business of the night. This is a pretty gadget. You think I'm putting all my faith in it? No. Because down the road, those filters are going to finally play out. And guess what? Unless you got $130 something to plop down on a bunch of backup filters, which, you know, $130 for 2 filters, that's a lot of cash. It's nice to have. Water's wonderful. But you know what? I got old school backups. I'm not putting all my faith in that, because I can't afford to get a whole bunch of backup filters. So yeah, I got old school backup filters. You should too. Never put all your faith in man-made things, because, you know, old school, it'll carry you through. Now, with that said, let's get on to more serious business. Now, this is where I usually give the warning. If you're not interested in reality of what's going on in the world around you, or you have, you know, your weak stomach, or you just don't want to hear it, or you just don't believe it, you might want to turn the video off now. Because I tell the truth like it is. I report what I know because I've researched. I don't just trust anybody. They can say anything, but I'm going to research it, and I'm going to make sure that it's actually factual. Everyone needs to start learning how to do research and make sure what they're hearing is the truth. Now, my job is not to panic or make you paranoid. And there's no excuse in that. Because doing either one means your head's not level and it's going to get you. It's going to make you drop your guard, or you're going to be so worried that you'll never leave your house. And there's no excuse in that. No excuse. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's have a little talk. Now, I don't know if a lot of people's been keeping up with all these warehouses, and I have to keep notes. Sorry, y'all. I can't remember all this crap going on around the world, and it's getting more and more daily, and it's getting really old, and I'm waiting for the human race to finally wake up and say no more, or the elites are going to win, and, well, we're still going to be peons unless we stand up. There's been a whole lot of warehouses burning down, factories burning down, bakeries burning down, and many other things burning down, all dealing with producing a lot of food. Well, as each of these things are burnt down, that's one less place to process food. And a lot of people out there don't know how to process your own food, bake, cook, or process animals. You need to learn how before much longer, because you're going to need those skills. And yes, they are survival skills. With that being said, I'm going to prop this thing up so I can read it. Now, some of it's a little bit old because, well, I apologize. I've been slacking, but I've been ungodly busy, everyone. I'll move it over here so it's not staring in my face. Okay, there was now, some's a little older, some's a little newer, but we're gonna, let's start with this one. Sorry, y'all. Okay, a lot of people might not have heard about this. There was a huge chicken grower in Houston, Denmark. It burned down to the ground. Killed over 43,000 chickens. Now think about that. How many people could that many chickens feed? That's 43,000 less chickens, less eggs to feed. And if you don't think they want the meat taken out, keep on believing that they're looking out for our best interest. Now here's another one I hadn't heard about until I saw the article. A large sausage factory in the UK burned down. Now here's what I find odd. the big factory had burned almost 95% before the fire crews ever made it to the scene. Now, how did that fire grow that large and burn for that long before fire crews came? If that don't throw a red flag up, nothing will. And of course, that is another big meat processing plant gone. Let's see, what's the next one? Okay, there was a huge fire at the Purdue Farms factory in Chesapeake, Virginia. And it was, now to me, it's not a big loss, but to some it might be. It was a huge, huge silo tank that held soybeans. Now, to me, that's a blessing because, well, I don't like soybeans, not whatsoever. Once in a while, I use soy sauce, but not very often, and I avoid soy products like the plague because they're all GMO. Now, with that being said, a huge industrial bakery in Park Royal, West London, caught on fire and burned. Now, there's extensive damage through the whole bakery. Now, here's what I find odd. Right before the fire crews arrived, there was one person noticed leaving the factory, the bakery. So, they need to find out where this person went and if we ever get the truth out of it. So, yeah. If you don't realize that all these fires are intentional, you need to wake up because they really are. And they're only going to get worse because there's been many, many food industry buildings going down. And it all has to do with feeding people. And once they're gone, you better know how to cook. Because if you don't know how to cook, you're going to be in a whole world of trouble. Now, there's a lot of ugly stories. Now, it's speculation, of course, but a lot of speculation ends up being truth later down the road. They're really seriously starting to talk more about diesel rationing. Now, they're already saying gas is going to possibly go up to $10 a gallon. Let me tell you, it's a rising price-wise here like crazy. And somebody better get to putting the brakes on it because there's no excuse in these prices, not whatsoever. And no, folks, it don't have to do with pipelines. No, it has nothing to do with pipelines. It has all to do with people not reining in these oil companies, and it's time to crack the whip on them and show them exactly how it's supposed to be. They're not supposed to be making massive, ungodly profits off the backs of the poor people and the working class and those who have to go to work and deliver stuff and the truckers. Oh, my heart goes out to truckers this time because this is getting ridiculous and people are not voicing anything. And I'm waiting because that sleeping giant's going to finally wake up. Now, apparently African swine flu, or so they say, has hit Italy. Now, of course, they're panicking instead of actually, testing these hogs and everything, which, all this crap is man-made. It's all man-made. We know it. Why do you think there's so many biological labs around the world? And America has a lot more than people realize. China, all these countries, and they need to be ashamed of themselves. Biological warfare is disgusting. So they have said that they are prompting the culling of 2.1 million swine. Think about that. Think of the diseases that's going to happen, because when they cull these hogs, they're not going to be put on the market for sale. Now imagine 2.1 million hogs rotting in Italy. Imagine the unsanitary situations that's going to be all around that country. I wouldn't want to be around there. Now, apparently people in Iran have gone, they flipped the light fantastic, and people are protesting hard. Of course, you ain't going to hear nothing about it. They are protesting very hard, and they're starting to burn buildings, which it's okay to protest, but there's no excuse in burning buildings. And it's all over bread. Bread has become so expensive that most people, especially the poor, are not able to afford it. So, with that being said, Iran is going to be the first country to start using the biometric IDs to ration bread. And they say that it's going to be other foods added to that they're going to start rationing. Now, think about that. Biometric IDs. Yeah, let that sink in for a little bit. Because the only other IDs like that has to do with the jab. So, I'm wondering, are they going to hold food from those who haven't gotten it yet? Or for those who refuse to? Because I'm telling you, it's going to come down to that, and it's going to get ugly, and everyone needs to prepare for that. Let's see what other horribleness I have to talk about. Oh, here's a big one. For those of y'all who buy the processed foods and the cereals and all of that, you better start reading the ingredient lists, because General Mills has finally admitted that they have been changing recipes and substituting ingredients for using whatever they can get their hands on. Now, there's no guarantee that they're going to tell the truth of what's in the ingredient list, because, well, we know how the FDA works. So, be careful if you buy any General Mills products. You better get to reading those ingredients. Or if you've noticed things are tasting a whole lot different. They've been switching and substituting ingredients left and right. So be prepared. If you've got food allergies and you buy that crap, you better get to reading those ingredient lists every time you go to the store, because you never know what they're going to be using in that food. That's just a heads up on that one. Oh, here's one. My jaw about dropped to the floor on this one. Apparently, the BBC is pumping propaganda, as usual, in the fact that lab-grown meat and insects are healthier for humans to consume, because it is healthier for us and the environment. Yeah, think long and hard about that. Nothing's healthy about lab-grown meat. Nothing is healthy about anything that comes out of a petri dish. Anything that's artificial. And, well, we're not meant to eat bugs, folks. Now, they're already, you need to read your pet food ingredients, because they've been swapping animal protein out of a lot of big name foods and switching it to black fly larvae. So you might be feeding your dogs and cats insects and not meat. So you better start paying attention. And another thing, in the grocery stores, you better, if you're shopping for your meat in the grocery stores, you better start paying a whole lot more attention to it, because they're pushing it hard. We're starting to get a little closer to 2030. And that's when all hell's going to break loose. All hell's going to break loose in the last 3 to 4 years before 2030, because they're getting away with murder now as it is. Just imagine the freight train's picking up steam, and it's going to come faster than a bullet train. Okay, now, here's another one that we got to keep our eyes on. Especially down in Australia. My heart goes out to you Australians, because I'm telling you, y'all are their guinea pigs like no tomorrow. Apparently now, there's going to be huge pork supply cuts down around Australia, because they're saying the amount of pork that's going to be available for sale is going to plummet, due to the fact that all of a sudden there's a massive outbreak of Japanese encephalitis in the hogs. Now, if that don't raise red flags for you, nothing will. I've heard of encephalitis. I haven't heard of a Japanese version. So I guess they're starting to have different country versions of encephalitis. Now, you definitely do not want encephalitis. It is horrible. But it's only breaking out in Australia. Yeah, let that soak in for a bit. They're releasing stuff left and right. And most of the time, they're not really testing for it at all, because it's already been proven that the tests for all this stuff are flawed, are extremely flawed, and they give false positives very easily. Now, ain't that a wonderful thing? Makes it even easier if you pop a false positive to kill millions of animals. Slowly but surely, they're making their way, and you better start raising your own food as much as possible. Now, the last subject for the night, I'm going to bring it up a little bit, tad bit milder. Apparently, here in America, there's massive planting delays due to the weather, which I've warned everybody about grand solar minimum. If you haven't noticed that your weather's been really different, you need to wake up, because we're in this for a whole lot longer, and the weather's going to get even weirder and worse to boot at that. Apparently there are planting delays in Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, Nebraska, North and South Dakota, and many other states in our grain and in the grain and bread basket of America. We got mega storms rolling through, taking out crops, and all this weight is on the farmers of America, because they've been told if we do not have a bumper crop this year, it's not going to be good for Americans. It's not going to be good for the world either. But I'm sorry, America comes first. The American people come first when it comes to time for food shortages. If the food's raised and grown in America, it should go to Americans, not overseas. It should not be being sold to China. Should not be. American people should always come first. Always come first. Now, I want y'all to understand, I do not do these talks to paranoid or cause anxiety, because you shouldn't give away your power that easy. But you should be informed, educated, and understand what's going on in the world around you. And you have all right to know about this information that's being hid very well from each and every one of us. Now, if you do your research, you'll find out all the stories on what I'm talking about. You will also, if you follow my MeWe page, which I need to get on to posting, I've been way too busy. And I'm going to try not to slack again, because I feel like I let people down when I don't give reports. You can read everything and then some over on my MeWe page. People don't get panicked or paranoid. There's no excuse in it. Stay level-headed. Keep your eyes and ears open. And be careful who you talk to, because they might be the ones that'll have great joy coming raiding your pantry. Quit showing people what you got. Quit bragging about what you got. And by all means, good grief, if you have garbage service, be very careful how you dispose of wrappers and everything. Because, yeah, even the garbage men pay attention to what's being thrown away in the garbage cans. Everyone, just stay safe and sound. Know I love you, each and every one of y'all. And I want us and the owls to make it through this. And like I said, you can do your own research. Information's out there. They're just hiding it very, very well. I find it interesting that FB over there, the, social media that I just abhor, is now trying to label Ice Age Farmer as a Russian company. Not company, but I can't think of the word. So apparently they're trying to say that he works for Russia. I die laughing about that one, but I also know it makes him a target. So keep him in your prayers, so that the information will keep flowing freely. But check different sites here and there. There's many underground news out there. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, but keep your mouth as closed as possible. Keep your friends, family tight. Keep your enemies tighter. Take care of one another. Learn to care about one another like our ancestors did. They watched each other's backs. It's time to start communities back up, where you actually took care of one another. Be careful how you neighbor. In other words, keep on prepping, keep stocking, keep your head on a swivel. Watch your back, but keep going forward and hold your head up high and stay positive. We've got this one way or another, and we're going to make it through. The sun is shining on the other side, and we're going to walk if we have to, or fight if we have to, and we're going to make it through all of this, united as one. Everyone take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed and know that you're loved. Take care. I'll see you soon.